And welcome into Alex Moore Park, just north of the New Zealand capital for Central League Round 1 action tonight between North Wellington and Waterside Karori. It's a windswept Alex Moore Park that we welcome you to. It's been a fairly blustery old day in the capital. I know some of you will find that hard to believe, but the conditions are set to be, I guess, a factor as these two go head-to-head in the very first game of what promises to be a very exciting National League season. Let's have a look at the way the two teams will line up, starting with the home side, North Wellington. They're captained by Gavin Hoy, who's the Canadian, 8 goals last season. Ehire Delaney, speaking of goals, can always be relied on for those. A couple of familiar names there too. Timothy Fenton is the brother of Wellington Phoenix defender Louis Fenton. And on the bench, Lee Rufer. He's the brother of Wellington Phoenix skipper Alex Rufer. A new man in charge of North Wellington this year. Let's hear from him, head coach Davor Tavic.
We're here with Davor, head coach of North Wellington. How have you guys been preparing for the first game of the season?
It wasn't too bad. We had, obviously, like every other club in the country, I suppose, been affected with COVID and people being away in isolation. So, but yeah, as well as possible. So we're fairly ready for it, and it hasn't been too bad.
Awesome. All the best for today.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Vastly experienced coach Davor Tavic, assisted by James Prosser and Lloyd O'Keefe. Our visitors tonight, Waterside Karori, will line up like this. It's a fairly stable lineup with most players returning from last season. A couple of new faces. Simon Cretion has arrived from the US. Harry Fortley captains the side from left wing back, and up top Merlin Luke Minnie and Stefan Cordwell both scored 7 goals last season, so coach Sam Smith will be looking to them again to find the back of the net. Let's hear from Waterside Karori coach now, Sam Smith.
We're here with Sam, head coach of Karori. How have you guys been preparing for the first game of the season?
Yeah, look, it's been an exciting few weeks for us. We've managed to keep all of our players from last season and added a few more, so we're just looking to keep building and keep progressing on the progress we made last year. And yeah, we're just really excited to be here and kick off the Central League.
Awesome. All the best for today.
Cheers. Thanks.
So Sam Smith in charge of Waterside Karori for a second season. He'll be looking to improve on their performance of last year when they finished in 6th place. North Wellington were 8th in the Central League last year. Of course, you've got to be in the top 4 to qualify for the National League Championship. In fact, you've got to be in the top 3 in the Central League, because the Wellington Phoenix Reserves will join you, along with 4 from the Northern League and 2 from the Southern League, for the championship round of the National League for 2022. Here come the two teams, led out by our officials. Referee is Cameron Grucho. There in the middle, holding the football, Brazilian assistant Andre Valenga Guamueres, and Jordan Boyd will assist him. The wind is from the south, which is, as we look at these two teams, the pitch here in Johnsonville, Alex Moore Park, runs east-west. The trees on the far side there are being buffeted by a southerly, which is behind our camera. So expect that to have some sort of effect as this game plays out. Two captains coming together now. North Wellington in their navy blue, and Wolfies in a change strip of all red tonight. We're used to seeing them in the black and white stripes, but it's the all red for Waterside Karori and the navy blue for North Wellington. Gavin Hoy there, said to be a huge part again of North Wellington's side in 2022. 8 goals last season for the side. Equal leading top goal scorer alongside Jesse Randall, who has now departed for a university scholarship in the United States. But Gavin Hoy there in number 10 with the fluorescent armband there. It's been around a bit. 51 games for Hawke's Bay United in the last 4 National League seasons. Before that was replaced by our current format. 8 goals in that time. As for Waterside Karori, well, as all these teams will be looking to get off to a good solid start in 2022. It's a long season, 18 games. You don't necessarily have to be out of the gate, but it always helps when you can get a few wins on the board, notch up a few points nice and early, and put a bit of a stake in the ground It's Cooper Duggan in 12, one of the under 20 players in the Waterside Karori side. The other side of the centre circle, Merlin Luke Mini, 7 goals last season for the towering striker, always a handful for opposition defences. Artificial turf here at Alex Moore Park. That'll add its own little layer of complication. Waterside Karori's home patch of Karori Park is a traditional grass pitch. North Wellington play their football, home games anyway, here at Alex Moore, so well used to playing on the artificial turf. Just about set for a start, not only in this game, but for the Central League season 2022. We are underway. North Wellington, the home side, kicking from left to right as we look in the navy blue. Waterside Karori, our visitors, all in red tonight, as they'll kick from right to left. As I say, the wind will be a factor, pushing the ball from where our camera is across towards those trees on the far side. So you'd have to expect that a lot of the play will take place on that side, as has been the trend early in this one. Battling the conditions will be just one of the factors for these two teams to negotiate tonight as they look to get off to a winning start in the Central League for 2022. North Wellington with the beginnings of an attack. They're all broke down as it went into the front third. This is Joe Hopper, the Englishman. Plants it down the right. Brennan Patchell, they were able to seize onto that. Played his junior football at North Wellington. Brennan Patchell in 13 for the home side. Gabriel Cooper in goal for Waterside Karori. 8 appearances last season. Once again, the Waterside Karori players not able to get a foot on the ball. Patchell again has it, but given up, and now Stefan Caldwell breaking through. It's all a bit messy in the first 90 seconds as players get used to the feel of the football on their boots and try to string some passes together. North Wellington seem to have been doing it the best, although here's an opportunity now for Wolfies to break through the middle. Whistle had gone, though, from referee Cameron Gruchot. Foul given on Tim Fenton there. Gets rather gingerly to his feet, Tim Fenton. Spent a bit of time playing just down the road at Tawa. As I mentioned in the build-up, brother of Wellington Phoenix veteran Louis Fenton. So Tim Fenton, new to the North Wellington side in 2022. Good addition for Davor Tavic and his coaching staff. Cooper Duggan on the far side looking to try and create something. Again, it's broken up by North Wellington, who seem to be getting the better of the midfield exchanges early on in this one. Thomas Scott is the big number 3, plants a ball into the attacking third, flicked away, but not far enough, and a chance now for North Wellington to perhaps break down the left-hand side. Shot comes in, and behind she goes for the first corner of the game. So North Wellington certainly with the best of things early in this one. It was Ashnavi Mustafa. Here he is in 11. Mustafa cut onto that right foot, fired a low shot. Gabriel Cooper was the equal of it, pushing it wide. So first opportunity for Gavin Hoy to swing in a corner. Some defending to do for Waterside Karori. How's the delivery from Hoy? It's towards the near post. He's kicking it into the wind, of course. Gets back to him and now lifts it towards the far post. Header away from a Wolfies player. Back it goes. Still there for North Wellington. Appeals for handball in the penalty area. Referee Gruchot wants none of it, and a man down in the penalty area. Might have been a head knock there, so it all comes to a pause as the referee checks on the health of the player who had gone down. You can see the lights in the background there shining brightly. Be a drop ball. The whistle had gone for just a check on their head injury. But North Wellington there, Gavin Hoy on set pieces. Gabriel Cooper looks to go long with this goal kick. No one willing to chase it, so picked up by Scott, an ever-present in the North Wellington side last season. Zach Brown is inside, and it's Luke Mini making things difficult as he scurries across and gets the ball just before it crosses the line. Good from Merlin Luke Mini, and it comes, and behind off Zach Brown, and it'll be this time a Waterside Karori corner. So a couple of set pieces early in this one apiece. Assistant referee Guimares on the far side. Jogging across is captain Harry Fortley. 13 games for the side last season without managing to find a goal. Plays up and down the left side in a 3-5-2 for Waterside Karori, the skipper. What can he create from this corner? Drills it in. Easily cleared by North Wellington. Fortley's going to get a chance to recycle this one on the right-hand side. Bangs it into the head of a defender. Patchell in the way. Still there, though, for Waterside Karori with a throw-in. Interesting little fact about games between these two. Since they've both been in the Central League, 6 games in the last 3 seasons, all 6 have been won by the away side. So Waterside Karori have come here 3 times and won. North Wellington have gone to Karori Park 3 times and won. So no away day blues for either of these two sides when they face one another. Wolfies obviously looking to extend that record to 4 straight wins here on the turf at Alex Moore. This is Harrison Fair down the right-hand side. Breaks for Wolfies and misplaced pass, and there was just a bit of confusion there as Cooper Duggan was the intended target, I think. Scott goes back to his goalkeeper, Ben Collins, and he's charged down. You've got to be careful when Merlin Luke Minnie's around. He's just such a energetic player up top. He's got those long legs that can prevent clearances like that. Ben Collins was just a little bit slow getting that one away. And they come again, Waterside Karori. Chance to perhaps make inroads again. That was Fortley. He's a 100%er already by the looks of things. Captain Harry Fortley leading by example, taking set pieces, breaking up attacks, trying to start attacks of his own. There again for Cooper Duggan. Now Murphy. Nice little passing movement on the edge here for Waterside Karori. Is there a end product? It appears there won't be, as the home side North Wellington bring it away. Stepping in and making a good challenge, Simon Cretion. This is Harry Fair. So a lot of the passing is happening on the ground, and I guess that's sensible when the wind is blowing like it is. As soon as you put it up in the air, it's going to catch on this wind. You can see the trees on the northern side of Alex Moore Park being buffeted by this southerly. It's been upwards of 100 kilometres per hour at times today in the Wellington region, accompanied by some rain, although they did get the cricket away at the Basin Reserve and complete it, so that's a victory of sorts. Here's Hoy. Looking to set something up on this far side, but tackling back was Fortley, and sees it safely over the line for a goal kick for Waterside Karori. So Wolfies were 6th last season, 7th the year before that, and 9th the 2 seasons before that. So yet to finish in the top half since their return to the Central League in 2018. On that thought, because here's Luke Minnie. You can't take your eyes off him for a second. Good save by Collins. That was going towards the near post. I think that might have had a bit of wind assistance, although it's into the wind, so just maybe floating around a bit. Let's have another look at it. Merlin Luke Minnie onto the end of it. He had Duggan in the middle, looked up and then drilled one towards the near post. Ben Collins was the equal of it, pushing it aside, but it will be another corner for Waterside Karori. Fortley again to take. Merlin Luke Minnie looking most likely for Waterside Karori early in this one. You can see a decent sized crowd has gathered. They're all rugged up there in hoodies and other things. Into the box it goes, and it beats everybody. It's going to go all the way over the other side and go out for a goal kick. So Waterside Karori have probably, you'd have to say, shaded it. North Wellington started the better in the first couple of minutes, but since then it's been all the team in red, and they're into it again through Cretion. Fortley down the line, looking for the run of Caldwell. So as I was saying, you can see everybody rugged up there. There's not too many T-shirts in sight, lots of hoodies and woolly hats, and no doubt about 5 or 6 layers. Here come Wolfies again, Murphy in the action. Can't find Luke Mini. And broken up by Hoy in the middle of the park. A chance perhaps for North Wellington to start something. No, Cretion is in the action again. Caldwell. He pushes it past an opponent and they come together. It was Patchell, and I think the foul was by Brennan Patchell there. Free kick is going to go the way, I think, of Waterside Karori. Harry Fortley's grabbed it, just checking on the health of his teammate. It's the other thing about the artificial turf. If you go to ground on it, it hasn't got a lot of give really in it. I think he's all right though, Stefan Caldwell. Fortley delivers quickly into a crowded penalty area, flick on there. And wide it goes. Ollie Whitehead up. He's joined the club from Petone this year, looking for a first goal inside the first 15 minutes of the first game, the towering centre-back. He's got a good feel to it this game. First of 5 fixtures scheduled in the Central League across the weekend. One won't be taking place, unfortunately. I'll give you some more details on that in a moment. It's the game between Havelock North Wanderers and Western Suburbs. Was to be played at Guthrie Park in Havelock North, but due to significant flooding in that part of the country, that game will have to be played at a later date. So Havelock North Wanderers and Western Suburbs won't get underway this weekend. Hoy bangs it long. It's a really good ball. Patchell. Fenton. Is it going to fall on the far side? Chance for a shot from Mustafa. Is it still there? And behind. It'll be another corner. So Ashnavi Mustafa. He was a real standout for this North Wellington club at the under 20 or under 19 rather tournament in Napier last Labour weekend that North Wellington won. Mustafa was a huge part of that team. Low cross into the area, easily dealt with by the Waterside Karori defence. Here is Mustafa again. Given away in the middle of the park, and a chance now for Wolfies to break. Cooper Duggan, is he going to be able to haul that one in? He can't. It just got away from him. Perhaps the artificial turf and the southerly breeze got it away from him. So tomorrow, Wellington United, who up until about 10 days ago didn't think they were going to be in the Central League. They've taken the place of Wairarapa United. They'll host Napier City Rovers at Martin Lucky Park at 2:30. Petone against Wellington Olympic on the turf at Petone Memorial at 3 o'clock. And then on Sunday, the Wellington Phoenix reserves against Miramar Rangers at Fraser Park. Rather hopeful ball forward by North Wellington, and behind it goes. 6 fixtures in the Northern League, and 4 of the 5 will take place in the Southern League. Unfortunately, the Nomads United, Selwyn United game won't go ahead due to COVID. Waterside Karori looking to continue this good momentum they have, but North Wellington perhaps now with a chance to get a foothold back in the game. Fenton. Mustafa. I'll go all the way back to Ben Collins, who's put under a bit of pressure by Luke Mini. Manages to negotiate his way out of it okay. This is Thomas Scott. Dugouts on this near side, so they'll be sheltered from the wind as well. One stage here at Alexmoor Park, the dugouts were on the other side. I wonder if they've just moved them over here because of the southerly. You don't want it blowing in your face on the far side there as you're trying to issue instructions. Good work here from Caldwell as he breaks through the middle. Ball at feet. Stefan Caldwell brings Harrison Fair into the action. Both teams playing a 3-5-2 formation, so 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs. So in possession, you expect those wing-backs to get forward. On defence, it becomes a back 5 of sorts. Wolfies making their way down the right-hand side. No score, 14 minutes gone here at Alex Moore Park in Johnsonville. Just up Nodonga Gorge from Wellington's CBD. Duggan does well again, combines with Luke Minnie. Here comes Merlin Luke Minnie across the box. And Thomas Scott was there, and a vital clearance from the 23-year-old. So North Wellington's back three: Thomas Scott, Zach Brown, Ashland Stroud, Tom Kirkland, Ollie Whitehead and Will Forrest. The imposing back three for Waterside Karori. Cooper gets rid of that one. Flicked on by Fair. No direction though, and Stroud can watch that one run out and look to recalibrate. There are some hardy souls on the far side there you can see as well. Not a lot of shelter there with the wind blowing in your face. Quarter of an hour gone here. And here come Wolfies again through Luke Minnie. Plenty of reinforcements arriving. Driven towards the far stake. Fortley is there. Volley came in from Cordwell. North Wellington get it away. But they'll come again. Wolfies through Forrest. Cordwell. Duggan. It all broke down, and Ashnavi Mustafa can bring it away. Looks to quickly release Henry Sinclair there. Haven't seen too much of the two front men for North Wellington. Henry Sinclair on the far side there. Ehire Delaney in 7. Another pretty handy player to have in your team, Ehire Delaney. National League experience, underage New Zealand international. Foul there. Referee was just waiting to see whether any advantage would accrue. None was. Cameron Grusho with a whistle tonight. Gavin Hoy just having a wee chat to the referee. He's making a point. All seems fairly amiable between the two of them. Here's Forrest. Just back from the United States and into the Waterside Karori side. Murphy. Busy player in midfield. Looking for another equally energetic player, and Cooper Duggan looks to put pressure on at the back there, but easily dealt with by Scott. Flick on by Sinclair, but to nobody. As you can see, Ehire Delaney wasn't yet forward enough. It's there again for North Wellington. What can Henry Sinclair do this time? Mustafa raiding outside. This looks dangerous for North Wellington, and a foot in, and a vital foot in as well. Gee, I've been impressed with Ashnavi Mustafa up and down the left-hand side for North Wellington. Just a teenager still, but a big part of this side. Has earned his team another corner, which Hoy will go across and take. Big men are forward. Here comes Thomas Scott. Henry Sinclair, they're just in the penalty arc as Hoy lines this one up and drives it into the southerly. Bouncing around, cleared by Waterside Karori, so mission accomplished as far as their defence is concerned. Hoy stayed out there, looked to recalibrate, and it comes again, cleared by Wolfies. They've got some big men at the back there with good aerial ability. So I'm not sure you're going to get a lot of change by lifting a ball into the area, or perhaps that's what Hoy was after, with a couple of those corners going towards the near post, and knowing that if it was anywhere near Kirkland or Whitehead or Forrest, that they're going to probably win the header. Home side with a bit of possession now, perhaps. Thought about going out right, but they'll swing it out left. Harrison Fair with a good header. Battling away Hoy. He's certainly one who leads by example. Man down for Karori, but play will go on as Gavin Hoy makes some progress. Cut out though at the back though by Wolfies. That player is back on his feet now, otherwise Waterside would probably kick the ball out, and that indeed is what they will do. Just out of shot, there is still a man down, so my apologies, that player had stayed down there. Chance for the Waterside Karori physio team to get involved. Bit of concern shown from Cooper Duggan, and Merlin Luke Mini on the far side there. Man down is Stefan Caldwell, and he looks in a little bit of discomfort, although it's good to see him back up onto his haunches at least. Didn't quite see what happened to Stefan Caldwell as he went to deck. Rather gingerly hops up to his feet. They won't want to be losing him with his goal output. 7 last season in 14 matches. Stefan Caldwell. Looks like he's okay to continue. Shakes it off. Whatever the injury was, and back out he'll go. I wonder if he's just winded or took a heavy fall. Wharfies will take the ball back as we tick over the 20-minute mark. No score here. Couple of saves to be made by both keepers. Set pieces have been fairly regular with corners for both sides. No team has the wind advantage. As I've mentioned a couple of times, it's blowing across the field, so you couldn't say that either side had an advantage playing from left to right here, which is west to east. Chance now for Delaney. Haven't seen a lot of E-high Delaney so far in this game. Be good to get him involved a bit more often from North Wellington's point of view. Mustafa comes central. Head across to Scott. And to build through the middle, and it all broke down. And now there's a chance for Merlin Luke Mini. He's 1-on-1 at the back, but the flag might have gone up on the far side there, I think, as Merlin Luke Mini sprinted onto that one. They'll take it quickly, North Wellington, and try and set up an attack of their own. Thomas Scott's had plenty of the ball in the first 21 minutes of this one. One was meant for Merlin Luke Mini to chase after, but got away from him somewhat. We'll flick on by Delaney, goes to try and retrieve it himself. Ashland Stroud jogs over and watches it roll harmlessly over the touchline. Hoy does well to hold off a defender and bring the ball away. Fenton in midfield. Once again, it's Thomas Scott. He's looking for the run of Hoy, but just a bit too much on it, and you could see there that wind blowing from behind the back of Thomas Scott was always going to carry that one a bit too far. Bit of casual clearance at the back there from Kirkland. No harm done though, as it goes behind for a goal kick off a North Wellington player, Sinclair. Picked up in midfield by the home side, North Wellington. This is Hopper, the Englishman, into Hoy. Nice little ball, and just about going down was a North Wellington player. Ball's not cleared. It is finally cleared. It took a bit of doing for the Wharfies' defence. Chance again for Joe Hopper. Now Fenton, he's looking to release his front man Sinclair. So it's almost but not quite for both teams really. What about now though? Luke Mini's there. He's going to line up a shot. Good save it is too from Ben Collins. Merlin Luke Mini got into good position, cut inside, drilled a low shot, but good goalkeeping from Ben Collins off to his right. It was a comfortable height, but had to be made. Here is Luke Mini cutting inside, drilled the effort, and Ben Collins was sure with the save. Good piece of action for the crowd to enjoy here. Wind continues to buff it. You can see the corner flag there behind. Harry Fortley is struggling to stay upright. Delivery as always is key. Wind behind it from Fortley. Good header away by the North Wellington defence, but they'll be able to recycle Wharfies through Harrison Fair. Still plenty of men forward. Luke Mini is one of them. Harrison Fair gets away from 2 players. The third one was almost in the way. Cordwell takes over. Stefan Cordwell into the area. There'll be another corner. Corners coming thick and fast. No goals yet here at Alex Moore Park in Johnsonville. Ground named after a member of the famous Johnsonville family, the Moores, obviously. Alex Moore was chairman of the town board for 12 years, president of both the Johnsonville Cricket Club and Rugby Club. It is after he, Alex Moore, that this park is named. The turf went down in 2014. It's been a great addition. Fortley, the only problem with the turf of one of them is on a windy day, there's nothing to stop the ball from rolling like it is at the moment. Fortley's looking to get just a little bit of purchase on it, but it won't stay still for him. Not getting a lot of assistance, I must say, from the assistant referee on the far side. Trying to make a little divot there that it might sit in. Now he seems to have managed it, Fortley. How's the subsequent delivery? Near post, dealt with by North Wellington. Hoy has it. Looking to break quickly down the left-hand side is Tim Fenton, sprinting after a ball from his skipper. They're pretty even between these two in the early stages. You'd have to think that Waterside Karori have probably had the best chances. Most recent one, the driven shot from Luke Minnie that Ben Collins had to deal with. That one's been planted up into row Z. Scott with a throw, looking for Hoy, goes over the top instead. Header from Cordwell. Back in from Zach Brown, but it hangs up in this stiff breeze. Scott goes across to retrieve. Davor Tavic up off his bench there. You could see him making a point. Broken up by Forrest for Waterside Karori. On the far side, Tom Kirkland can't control it. So, chance for the home side to perhaps create something. Kirkland shepherds it out under all sorts of pressure from Gavin Hoy. Fairly, I think, says the referee. He's just let it go, and it'll be a goal kick for Gabriel Cooper. So North Wellington, since they were promoted to Central League back in 2018, they won Capital Premier to win promotion in 2018. They've been 4th, and 8th. So they made a pretty good fist of it in 2019 and 2020. Not such a good season last year in 8th place. But for a team that spent a lot of time in the 3rd tier of Wellington football, they've certainly made a pretty good fist of their return to the top echelon. Wasn't that long ago that they were playing in Cap 1. They won that division in 2015. Had a mighty season, 17 wins in an 18-game season to win promotion to Capital Premier. And it only took them 3 years in that division to win promotion to Central League. As I say, in 2018, when they beat Palmerston North Marist 12-0, a couple of 6-0 wins in the end of season playoff to storm into Central League, where they've been ever since. So Zach Brown at the heart of the back three for North Wellington. Ashland Stroud now. Looks to hit a man in the front third. Breaks kindly for North Wellington. Chance now perhaps to set something up. Good piece of defending by Forrest. Had to do as well. In fact, it might be Fortley who stepped in there and affected that challenge. It was. Hoy's back though in the action. Fenton. Hoy again. He and Fenton passing the ball to one another. Patchell. Can there be an end product of some sort here? Patchell wants to get it going quickly. Throw is cut out. Duggan is back quite deep. Cordwell now. He can't hold on to it. Once again, it's turned over. Delaney. Once again, those misplaced passes are hurting both sides as Wolfie's come away through Stefan Cordwell. Gets a lucky bounce the first time off Scott, not the second. Hoy trying to win that one in the air with Ollie Whitehead. Bit of a mismatch there, but it actually comes out all right for North Wellington. Here is Gavin Hoy. He's going to get a return, is he? Whistle goes for a free kick. Referee was just checking on advantage, but there was none accruing as Delaney went to deck. So this is a pretty handy position for North Wellington. Referee Grusho is making the point that the free kick should not be taken until he blows the whistle. He wants the Waterside Karori wall back the requisite distance. Don't think you bring out your spray today on a artificial turf. So Hoy likes the look of it. Delaney is there as well. I think Gavin Hoy is going to pull rank here as the captain of the side. Direct free kick. Hoy takes, and in she goes from Gavin Hoy. The skipper opens the scoring in the 2022 Central League. He always liked the look of it, Gavin Hoy. They left him to it. Up and over the wall he went, and beyond the despairing dive of Gabriel Cooper, and Gavin Hoy has scored the first goal for his side, not only in this game, but in this season, and puts North Wellington into a 1-0 lead. What a cracking free kick from Gavin Hoy. Waterside Karori must have known that he had that in his locker. He's been around for long enough to know that he can make a dead ball come to life, and didn't he do it then, Gavin Hoy? So Waterside Karori looking to bite back straight away, a set piece of their own. Fortley to take the latest corner they've won. That's not going to come to anything, unfortunately, as it rebounds unkindly off Stefan Cordwell. So as I mentioned before, it's the away team that has been successful in every one of these fixtures in the last 3 seasons. Are North Wellington going to buck that trend tonight? There's still plenty of time left. Let's not get too carried away, but they've certainly taken the lead. Waterside Karori, though, will be encouraged by the amount of possession they've had, the chances as well, and the endeavour shown by the likes of Cordwell and Luke Minnie and Duggan. They've certainly created problems for the North Wellington rear guard. They're going to have to do that if they want to get anything out of this game. Here's an opportunity now for Luke Minnie into the area, and it'll be another Waterside Karori corner. He is a handful, an absolute handful, Merlin Luke Minnie. All but one of Wolfie's games last season he featured in, 7 goals. Wouldn't he love to open his account and draw his side level with a dozen or so minutes until the break? Fortley's been on corners all night for his side. Gives this one a bit more air. Away it goes for North Wellington though, and they've, for the most part, defended well on set pieces. They've had plenty to defend, but the sheet remains clean for Ben Collins. Most of the delivery has been dealt with by the North Wellington defence rather than him having to make any saves. He did have that one that Luke Minnie fired his way, and he dealt with it expertly. So Gavin Hoy, you're looking for players to take a game by the scruff of the neck. You often look to the leaders in your team, and the man with the armband has certainly provided leadership and ability in equal measure here in the first 33 minutes. Mustafa's been good too. Here's Fenton. Hoy on the ball, the goal scorer. Exchanges passes. With Delaney goes again, and they've scored another one. It's a second goal for North Wellington. And in amongst all that, I fancy it might be Ehire Delaney who's got the shot away. Well, North Wellington go bang, bang. Hoy into Delaney. Back to Hoy, back to Delaney. And then the shot on the turn from Ehire Delaney. Well, you've got to say he's been pretty peripheral for most of the first 35 minutes of this game. But he is front and centre there. Ehire Delaney doubles North Wellington's money. And after a goalless first 29 minutes, the home side have scored twice inside 6 minutes and now lead it 2-0 at Alex Moore Park. I think they want some more here. They're going again with Patchell trying to make tracks down the right. Well, there didn't seem to be a lot on, but Hoy and Delaney combining. And he hired Delaney, his first of the season. What a start for North Wellington and their new coach, Davor Tavic, assisted by Lloyd O'Keefe, who's been around this team for a long time. James Prosser as well, who will shortly be heading off for a coaching assignment in the United States. But I know they were very excited about getting the season underway. There's only so much pre-season you can do. There's only so many doggies you can run. There's only so many small-sided games you can set up at training. What all these players want to do is play an actual game, and when that opportunities come, North Wellington have seized it. Gavin Hoy in the 29th minute. He hired Delaney in the 35th. North Wellington 2-0 ahead on a gusty old night on their home patch. Well, Gabriel Cooper, I don't know that there was a lot he could do about either goal. Certainly the free kick from Hoy was well beyond his reach. Delaney's shot was from a long way out, but it just arrowed into the bottom corner. So I'm not sure Gabriel Cooper could be blamed for either of the goals, really. So what have Wolfies got in them to get back into this one? Luke Minnie looks an obvious source of attacking impetus. Forrest with the ball in. Going to ground Murphy, rather Caldwell, and they will earn a free kick. So can Wolfies find a way back into this one before they hit the sheds at half-time? Again, it's Harry Fortley who's taken it on, the captain. Angle not too friendly, although he might want to just hang it up and let the wind take it towards that far post. He does, the header goes in! They're back in at Waterside Karori, and it was Fortley who delivered a header at the far post. And is that Merlin Luke Minnie with his first goal of the season? We'll wait for the replay. He hung it up, Fortley, you could see what he was doing. They arrived at the far post, and that is Merlin Luke Minnie arriving. And the first thing he wanted to do was get the ball back so they could get back to halfway. So Wolfies have got a goal back. Merlin Luke Minnie with his first of the season. And after no goals in nearly the first half hour, we've had 3 in about 9 minutes. Merlin Luke Minnie draws first blood for Waterside Karori. And we're back to 2-1 here. The delivery was good from Harry Fortley. There's some tall timber there, not just Luke Minnie, but his teammates, the likes of Whitehead and Kirkland and Forrest were there as well. So a foothold back in the game for the visitors. Well, North Wellington looked in control, didn't they? They'll try to go again through Sinclair. Uncompromising tackle from Ollie Whitehead there, stops his progress. Patchell. There's the first half got any more goals for us. We've had 3. For a while it didn't look like we'd get any. Here's Tim Fenton down in the corner. And that's gone off Fenton and behind for what will be a goal kick. Well, it's been an entertaining, open game of football. Those who have braved the southerly here at Alex Moore Park have been enjoying themselves. Wolfies come again and look to perhaps find an equaliser before the break. Scott instead brings it forward for the home side. And it goes, and is it a foul on the edge? It is. And Delaney again is the man fouled. And I tell you what, you don't want to be giving away free kicks there, because the last time they did, Gavin Hoy put it in the top corner. He likes the look of this one as well, Gavin Hoy. A more central position this time. Delaney is so hard to handle with his back to goal there, and the Waterside Karori defence weren't able to contain him. He was fouled, and so Hoy's going to set up another shot at goal here. Five-man wall in place for Waterside Karori. A couple of North Wellington players are gathered. Rather hopefully, you have to think, at the far post. I think Gavin Hoy's only got one thing on his mind here. It's just which side does he go of Gabriel Cooper? Does he try and bend it round the right-hand side of the wall as he looks, or go up and over? Again, just the difficulty of the wind and the artificial turf here. They just can't get the thing to sit still. Now it might. What's Hoy got in the locker? Into the wall that does its job. Here's another shot, and it came through a crowd of bodies. And Gabriel Cooper did really well to see that one and hold on to it, because it did come through a pretty clogged penalty area. So Gavin Hoy denied this time, first by the wall and then by Cooper in goal for Wharfies. We're into the final 5 minutes of this first half, and it's been a good game. Patchell has it taken off him. He and Fortley together. It's been a good battle. Davor Tavic appeals for the throw, doesn't get it. Cooper Duggan looks to seize onto it. He and Scott together. Duggan does get a cross in, but it is a rather meek one, and Luke Minnie wasn't there or anywhere near close enough. Josh Murphy was sniffing around as well, but nothing doing for Waterside Karori that time. So Gavin Hoy opened the scoring after 29 minutes. He's trying to get on the end of another one here. Tom Kirkland hacks it away. Ehai Delaney doubled the lead after 35, and here is Delaney again, just about. Couldn't quite get on the end of it, as it was taken off him by Forrest. So Hoy in the 29th and Delaney in the 35th. North Wellington were out to a 2-0 lead before Merlin Luke Minnie scored his first goal of the season just 2 minutes later. And here we are with Waterside Karori now just trailing 2-1 and looking for an equaliser before they go to the break. Cordwell this time has won a corner. Harry Fortley is urging his troops on. Goes across and will give a message to Stefan Cordwell about what he perhaps might do with this one. It's wind assisted, so as he has done for most of the evening, you'd think that Harry Fortley would just lash this one into the 6-yard box and see what sort of change he gets. Waterside Karori substitutes. You can see there doing their warm-ups. Here is Fortley, drills it in, away again by North Wellington, so their defence has been good, and then Hoy goes to deck. Fouled that time he was by Cretion, and the pressure valve is released. So apart from the free kick, the corners that Waterside Karori have had, and there must have been 7 or 8 of them, have all been dealt with pretty well by North Wellington's defence. It was just the free kick from the different angle that Luke Minnie was able to get on the end of and head beyond Ben Collins. Here's Hoy. Bit aimless from Hoy, and Ehai Delaney holds up the hand in apology. I think Hoy perhaps thought he'd been in a slightly different position. It's good to see Ehai Delaney getting more and more involved. Found that time on Cooper Duggan, so free kick results for Wharfies. Kirkland. His pass is cut out by Mustafa. Ashnavi Mustafa. What can they create down the left-hand side, North Wellington? Into the final 90 seconds of regulation time. Might be a bit of time to be added. We've had a couple of injury breaks. No problem for Gabriel Cooper on that occasion. So a bit of thinking to do for both coaches. Davor Tavic would have been quite comfortable after 35 minutes at 2-0 up. Sam Smith scratching his head a little bit. But his main man up top, Merlin Luke Minnie, has got his side back in the game, making it a slightly more pleasant half-time team talk, I'm sure, for the Waterside Karori players. North Wellington come again through Sinclair and Delaney, looking to earn something. Harrison Fair thought that was a Wharfies throw. No, says the referee. It'll go the other way. Mustafa into Delaney, gets it back. Is he going to try and draw it? No, good quick feet from Mustafa. Geez, a tricky player. Into the area it goes. Delivery didn't match the build-up Cooper able to gather comfortably. Or if he's looking to play this one out from the back, if they got the ability to do it, well, they'll win themselves a throw down the left. As Caldwell came across, Forrest will take. In fact, Fordley. So we tick over the 45 minutes. Couple to be added. And then these players can seek the refuge of the changing room. But will they go in at this score, or perhaps is there more to be had in this first half? Harrison Fair can't make progress. Mustafa brings it forward for North Wellington. Delaney's come all the way back into his own half. So just a bit of game management now, you'd have to think, from North Wellington. They'll be quite happy going in 2-1 up. Both sides keen to try and pass it out from the back. They're not just lumping it long, which is great to see. Mustafa, here he comes again. Mustafa causing trouble. Ash Navi. Mustafa, he looks a really good prospect. Playing in a left wing back role. He's obviously been given license to get forward as often as he can, and you can see why when he has the ball and is faced by a couple of defenders. Just the 1 extra minute added by referee Cameron Grusho. And so the players will head to the sheds down at the eastern end of Alex Moore Park. And it's been a really entertaining first half of football. Cagey at times, but goals to enjoy. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of the first half. Plenty of corners and saves for both goalkeepers. Ben Collins there keeping that one out from Merlin Luke Mini. He had more work to do from the same player, did Ben Collins, and he was equal to it again, flinging himself to his right to parry that one aside. Gavin Hoy opened the scoring with that lovely free kick after 29 minutes. And shortly after that, Ehire Delaney was able to double the lead, but Gavin Hoy with the honour of the first goal of the season. Here's Delaney's effort all the way along the carpet and beyond the despairing dive of Gabriel Cooper to make it 2-0. They enjoyed that one, North Wellington. But down the other end, the delivery from Fortley, the header from Luke Mini, and all of a sudden Waterside Karori were back in it at 2-1. Hoy had another set-piece opportunity late on. The wall, though, did its job the first time, and when it rebounded to Hoy, his drilled shot was dealt with by Gabriel Cooper to keep the score at 2-1. So half-time here at Alex Moore Park. The crowd here catch their breath, maybe a hot drink or two and some snacks to eat as they await the second half. We'll be back shortly. Half-time here at Alex Moore Park. North Wellington 2, Waterside Karori 1.
Is this game live on YouTube? So how can we go there? Just type. These are football Someone tell me no for touching this.
Wait, maybe he's left. Training.
Welcome back to Alex Moore Park in Johnsonville. I can tell you the wind hasn't died down at all. You can probably tell from those trees. They're a good indicator, aren't they? They're on the northern side of Alex Moore Park. The rugged up nature of most of the crowd here. It is a good, healthy crowd, though. You have to say the hardiness of the supporters of Waterside Karori and North Wellington has to be applauded, because I'm sure many of them would prefer to be at home on the couch, rugged up. So North Wellington 2-1 ahead at half-time. Goals from Gavin Hoy and Ehire Delaney. Merlin Luke Mini pulling one back for Waterside Karori. So they'll turn around. Waterside Karori all in red. Now attacking the goal to our right. And North Wellington in their navy blue, heading back towards the western side of Alex Moore Park, kicking from right to left as we look here. Referee is Cameron Grucho. As I've mentioned a couple of times, it's been the away team that has won this fixture in each of the last 6 meetings between the two, both here at Alex Moore Park and at the wonderful Karori Park. Just making sure there are no changes being made here. Looks like we are going to have a change for Waterside Karori. Oliver Stanish is making his way on, and 2 for Waterside Karori. There was a bit of confusion over the numbers early on, but Tom Kirkland, who was originally listed at number 2, came out in 14. Oliver Stanish has now come on in 2. That's the only change, and away we go in the second half here. Waterside Karori looking to bite back, find a way back into this game. They've got a foothold through Merlin Luke Mini's header. North Wellington, be very interesting to see their approach. Do they perhaps try and sit on the lead, or you'd have to think they'll try and extend it? Now that was a very, very painful blow there, and on a cold night like this, that is not very much fun at all. So we'll just take a bit of a break while that player is perhaps attended to. It's Josh Murphy, the unlucky player who took the nasty blow there. He's back into the action, which is good to see. Drilled forward by Wolfies. Zach Brown's going to shepherd that one out on the far side. Cooper Duggan in 12 there is a very energetic player who I've liked the look of in the first 45 minutes here. He and Luke Mini look to be the kind of front two who will cause problems for opposition defences around the Central League. Look forward to bringing you plenty of the action. Referee wants a new ball because that one has disappeared down onto Broderick Road. Last seen bouncing towards McDonald's. Fortley's been heavily involved, the Waterside Karori skipper, and here he is again. Looks to be a change of side for Fortley as well, as he is over on the right hand side now. Perhaps the arrival of Stanish was the reason for that. He spent most of the first half going up and down the left, but here he is in 17 there. Looks to have found his way over to the right. Ball forward now. Here's an opportunity for Luke Mini again. He manages to keep it in. Can't divert it back across goal, or can he? New man arriving, Stanish, and it will be a goal kick. So it looks as though Oliver Stanish has come on the left-hand side. Fortley has come across to the right, with Kirkland, the man, making way. Nothing in the way of any cohesive attack for North Wellington in the first 3 minutes of this second half. It's great to have you watching wherever you may be, tuned into the live stream on a chilly Friday night around much of the country. Certainly here in Wellington it's been rather inclement today. Ollie Whitehead missing his kick there, but no harm done, and they will earn a throw. Waterside Karori. Forrest scampers over to retrieve. Hoy battling away in there with Crescian. Is it going to break the way of Waterside Karori? No, stepping in North Wellington, and oh, it has broken up now, and perhaps there is a chance to break, although it's this youngster Mustafa who's getting back well. Luke Mini, he's pushed wide. It's really good defensive work, and it all came to nothing for Waterside Karori as Joe Hopper, it looks a fairly uncompromising sort of central midfielder, the Englishman, was having absolutely none of that from Merlin Luke Mini. Collins doesn't quite get the clearance that I'm sure he would have liked there. Duggan is over on the far side, but it's off his head for a North Wellington throw. All a bit scrappy and messy in the first 5 minutes of this second stanza. And they try and perhaps find some structure out left here with Mustafa. Ball into the path of Hoy, dealt with by Karori. Once again, Davor Tavic is up off his bench. Here is Luke Mini looking to cause havoc again. Hopper goes to deck and puts in a really good tackle. Joe Hopper is a true number 6. Luke Mini, I think, has stayed down there. Again, the turf is fairly unforgiving. He's back on his feet now. And this time it was Mustafa and Fortley together. So some willing challenges going in. Tight game. All three results still well and truly on the table with 40 minutes to go here at Alex Moore. Tim Fenton is barreled to the turf by Stefan Cordwell and wins a free kick. Drilled long by North Wellington, but it's picked up by Karori again at the back. Again, there's just not a lot of cohesiveness and passing structure to this second half in the first 6 minutes or so. Players look like they kind of have to recalibrate themselves after some time in the sheds. That's a good ball though from Fortley to Luke Mini. Drives it towards goal, and a good save that time from Collins again, and a more comfortable pouch this time. But as Luke Mini drove that one, and Ben Collins, he's had to do that a couple of times actually. Luke Mini doesn't mind a shot from a narrow angle. I'll go back, Waterside Karori, to their keeper. I've been told I need to call him Gabe Cooper rather than Gabriel. Perhaps a bit old-fashioned for a youngster like that, so Gabe Cooper it'll be. Here is Luke Mini's effort. Really narrow angle, and I'm not sure if he is shooting there, but Ben Collins certainly had to make sure of keeping the ball out, and he fell on it gratefully there. Duggan sprints away, ball at feet, Cooper Duggan. Luke Mini is up with him, still going Cooper Duggan, still there, and across goal it goes. Just needed a touch from Merlin Luke Mini, back across goal and into the side netting. What a run by Cooper Duggan. He has got some wheels. One of the under-20 players in the Waterside Karori side today, and he just showed a clean set of heels down the left. Did well to control the ball at such pace as well, and a ball across the 6-yard box, and just needed a touch of some sort from Merlin Luke Mini, and it would have been 2-2. Cooper Duggan just perhaps favouring, looked like he might have been favouring a leg there for a second. No, he seems to be running freely enough. Ball forward now, and chance for North Wellington, a rare chance in the second half to construct something, but flag was up for offside, so Waterside can bring it away again. They do it well through Fortley. He's a good player. It's Fortley, isn't he? He and Luke Minnie combining well. What a leader he's set to be. Harry Fortley for the Waterside Karori team this season. Doesn't know a lost cause. Eventually, I think it's gone out for a North Wellington throw, but he's all energy, all endeavour, leading by example. Harry Fortley, the captain of Waterside Karori. No change to the half-time score here at Alex Moore Park. A flurry of goal-scoring activity between minutes 29 and 37. All 3 goals coming in that 8-minute period. Ehide Delaney thought he was being held there by Whitehead. Gets it back, or thought he had, but picked up instead by Murphy. Now Stanish. Looked like he was going to rake a pass across field. Thought better of it. Forrest down the line. Duggan is again in the action. Cooper Duggan. This time it has it taken off him by Fenton. But I think Waterside Karori have got a couple of outlets up top. They've got the pace of Cooper Duggan. They've got the physical presence of Luke Minnie. Bit of confusion at the back there, and in the end Zach Brown just says, I'm getting rid of this, and get rid of it he does. So got a raft of Northern League fixtures tomorrow. Auckland City against Melville United, Auckland United against Birkenhead United, Hamilton Wanderers host Western Springs, North Shore United against Bay Olympic, Takapuna against Eastern Suburbs, and Waiheke United against Manukau United in the Northern League, all tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Here come Waterside Karori again. Ball is a bit wasteful. Down south, meantime, Christchurch United, under the guidance now of Paul Eiffel, of course, former Phoenix superstar. They welcome Coastal Spirit tomorrow. Ferrymead Bays against Cashmere Technical. And further south, Dunedin City Royals against Mosgiel. On Sunday in Nelson, it's the home side, Nelson Suburbs against Green Island. The Nomads United, Selwyn United game postponed, as I mentioned earlier, due to COVID. And no game between Havelock North Wanderers and Western Suburbs because of significant flooding in the Hawke's Bay. No problem with flooding on an artificial pitch. Might be a bit of rain around, but these two teams full of endeavour. Luke Minnie again. Tracked all the way as Merlin Luke Minnie still has the ball at his feet. Falls to Duggan and the shot comes in. What a goal it is! What an absolutely cracking goal. And Waterside Karori have drawn it level, and it's not Cooper Duggan. We'll see who emerges from under the bodies there. Luke Minnie, it was all his work. And bashing it into the back of the net. I wonder if that's Stanish over there. Is it the new man? It is. Off the bench, Oliver Stanish. Well, he has drilled that one home. And Waterside Karori, who were 2-0 down, are back to 2-2. Oliver Stanish is your man. And with 56 minutes gone, he has found an equaliser for Waterside Karori. An absolutely cracking finish, and they're coming again, the men in red, through Cordwell. This is Duggan, back to Cordwell. And just at the last minute, he has the ball taken off his toe. Well, plenty of twists and turns in this game. Cretan. Bit of wind in the sails of Waterside Karori now. What a finish that was from Ollie Stanish. Luke Minnie again. Waterside Karori have got a taste for it. Duggan's got a taste for it. And it'll roll harmlessly over, will it? No, it's stopped by Mustafa. Delaney brings it down well. Can't free up a man though, and the attack breaks down. We've had some goals tonight. Gavin Hoy with the free kick. The low drilled effort from Ehide Delaney. Merlin Luke Minnie with a towering header. And now Oliver Stanish with an arrow into the bottom corner from the substitute. And you get the feeling that we're not done. If we look back at the previous results, a couple of years ago we had some goal fests. We had a 4-2 result here and a 5-1. at Karori. A couple of subs coming for both sides. For North Wellington, number 8, Clint Morris is into the action. And Jared Stant for Waterside Karori. Clint Morris is an interesting player, former pro, 35-year-old South African into the action in number 8 for North Wellington. And Jared Stant played most games for Karori last season, 15, a couple of goals in there as well. So Morris and Stant into the action with just over half an hour to go here at Alex Moore Park. Well, Sam Smith got good value out of his first sub. Oliver Stanish with the goal. He'll be hoping for the same from Stant. First chance for him to get involved in the middle of the park. And the first involvement for Clint Morris might be a yellow card. Cameron Grishow is having a word to Clint Morris and saying to him, I think, look, you've only just arrived. That's not the kind of tackle I want to see you pulling out. So rather over-eager there, perhaps. Morris there, as he has probably been waiting an hour or so to get on. He's got a bit overexcited. Fascinating final 30 minutes to play out here at Alex Moore Park. Hopper seizes upon it for North Wellington, but he's stopped in his tracks. Good tackle by Whitehead. Conditions still difficult with the wind and a bit of sweeping rain. Zach Brown goes back to his keeper Collins. You'd be willing to bet that there'll be more goals out here before the day is done. Well, Davor Tavic, as I said before, would have been quite happy at 2-0 up. Not quite so happy to see that lead pegged back to the point now where it's 2-2. Long ball for Delaney to chase. He's going to haul it in. Hasn't got a lot of mates up with him at the moment. He hired Delaney. Going to recycle to Hoy. Morrison, they're trying to make an impact. And they come to Mustafa. Doesn't get the bounce he was after and hacked away by Wolf. He's back. It comes with interest. Hopper. On the edge of the area, Morris. Is that a foul on Morris? No, says the referee, and he was in close attendance. Quite happy with that. And they bring it away through Murphy to Wolfies. Cretion. He's a good little fulcrum just at the base of Waterside Karori's midfield. Simon Cretion. And this will be a yellow card. This time Clint Morris does not escape sanction from the referee. What, he's been on for, let's say, 2 minutes. Two rather agricultural fouls, and Clint Morris has earned a yellow card. Well, you expect vigour and enthusiasm and industry from your subs. And Gavin Hoy's just trying to calm him down. So Morrison to the book. As they have for most of the afternoon or evening rather. They are looking to try and build from the back, are both of these sides. Bouncing around in the penalty area. Zach Brown is comfortable for Ben Collins to come and get that one. The goal kick just into the wind, and another one bounces down onto the road. The ball boys and girls have been kept busy tonight retrieving these footballs that have been errantly kicked down the road. So having come back from 2-0 down, do Waterside Karori have it in their locker to find a goal that would take them into the lead here? You wouldn't bet against them. Similarly, you wouldn't bet against North Wellington finding another goal of their own. Hoy battling away. Morris there as well. Hoy complains to the referee. Nothing doing. Zach Brown, the imposing figure. And he just wellies it long. And that was, I presume anyway, for the likes of Sinclair or Delaney to chase. Kirkland. Broken up again by Hopper, who's more and more prominent in there. Hoy looking for the little 1-2, doesn't get it back from Delaney. North Wellington pick up the scraps again. Here is Clint Morris. Both teams would love to begin the season with a win, wouldn't they? Mustafa looking to try and create something. North Wellington look comfortable in possession. If there's no way forward, they're quite happy to find Hopper there sitting at the base, or Fenton perhaps, and go back to their back three. Building confidence just through a period of sustained possession. And even when the press comes in, as it is now from Luke Minnie and Duggan, they're comfortable enough, although just as I say that, they just about give it away. They have given it away. Wolfies, though, themselves give up the ball. Approaching the 65-minute mark here. 2-2 between these two willing participants in the opening game of the Central League for 2022. Where's the next chance going to come from? Where's the flash of inspiration? It might come now. It's going to deck Stefan Cordwell, and he's won his side a free kick on the edge of the area, and a yellow card produced. So an opportunity now perhaps for the likes of Fortley, who's there or thereabouts, to have a look at this one. Stant is there as well. Stanish likes the look of it. He's already got one goal tonight. We know he's got a fabulous left foot. But I wonder if, like Hoy did in the first half, whether Fortley might perhaps pull rank here. There seems to be a real conference going on there around the ball as to who is going to take it. Stanish does like the look of it. In the meantime, we're going to see another change here. Lewis Miller in 6 for Wolfies is into the action for the final 24 minutes plus stoppages. So is it to be Harry Fortley or Oliver Stanish? First of all, they've got to make sure the ball stays where it is. Referee Grucho just getting the wall back. So a left-footed effort from Stanish would bend around, obviously, the left-hand side of that wall, whereas Fortley would be with the right foot around the other side, or perhaps up and over into the top left-hand corner. Let's have a look. He goes top right. Well, off the boot, it looked good from Harry Fortley. Ben Collins, I think, had it covered. He didn't seem to be in any particular trouble and looking to stop it going in the back of the net. It was wide as it was, so Ben Collins not having to make a save. A quarter of the game to go, or thereabouts. Still plenty of energy in the legs of most of these players, even though it's the first game of the season, and often it takes a little while to get your match fitness up. Hoy, he's never worried about that sort of thing. Delaney hasn't worried about that sort of thing either. His shot is blocked though. It'll be a throw. Patchell on the far side. This one's helped into the area. No man there for North Wellington though. Closest was probably Delaney, and he wasn't getting anywhere near that with Gabe Cooper untroubled. Chance now for Luke Minnie. He's good in these positions. cuts him, but just gets away from him. He gets it back though, Luke Minnie. Well, he almost did. Hopper in the way, as he's so often been in those midfield exchanges. Joe Hopper is the man who gets a foot on the ball. Fortley brings it back for Wolfies. Now takes the throw. Luke Minnie again's going to stretch his legs down the right. Drills it across goal. Cleared by North Wellington, but not very far as it bounces around. Cretan, Fortley. And that one goes across the touchline to the visible frustration of Harry Fortley. The referee's going to come over here and, oh no, it's just a substitution. I thought he might be looking to have a word to somebody. Ryan Lee is into the action. This is a great story. In 14, Ryan Lee, still just 15 years old, Ryan Lee, student at Scots College. But he's into the action now in 14 for North Wellington. So the respective coaches are rolling their subs, trying to get fresh energy into this game, trying to find a way to break this deadlock. North Wellington led it 2-0. Merlin, Luke Minnie made it 2-1 just before half-time. Oliver Stanish with a wonder goal to make it 2-2 after 56. No further scoring since then. Wolfies putting pressure on the rear guard for North Wellington, and Stroud had to put it out for what will be a throw to Wolfies in a pretty attacking position. So they're choosing their times to press. They're not going every time, Duggan and Luke Minnie, but when they do, they press with good intent. And the result on this occasion is going to be a throw. Or has it gone out for a corner? It has. A corner for Wolfies. Taken short to Stant. Back to Fortley. Now he helps it into the area. And a golden opportunity there for Wolfies to find a third. Was that Cretan arriving? I think it might have been. No, in fact, it was Whitehead from the back. He couldn't get his head on it and hacked away by North Wellington. Fortley heavily involved again. Now he's gone all the way over the other side to take the corner. So he's at the heart of a lot of the good stuff that Waterside Karori have done tonight with 20 minutes to go. Can he be the architect of a third goal? And she comes to a crowded penalty area, punched half away. Still there, bouncing around, and is it going to find its way? And it's not, is the answer, because falling gratefully upon it was Ben Collins. A real goal-mouth scramble there. You felt it might have gone anywhere, but into the hands of Ben Collins is where it ended up. And we stay at 2-2. High excitement among the visiting fans here as that one was bouncing around in the 6-yard box. North Wellington now looking just for a period of possession. Hopper and Fenton combine at the base of midfield. Free up some space up top for Hoy. This is a good little passage of play. Delaney can't quite find his man. It's the run of Patchell. Have a look at this scramble again. It was punched half away, and when it rebounded back, falling on it was Ben Collins. And as Luke Minnie came in, he was just sensing that perhaps Collins didn't have security of the ball, but he did. Danger averted. Hoy and Stanish in the corner, and Hoy fouls Stanish, so a chance for Wolfies to ease the pressure valve just slightly. The wind hasn't let up. It was forecast to ease, but it really hasn't at all. And now the officials are going to have a word to one another. Gavin Hoy seems a little bit put out by something. Just a discussion between referee and assistant. Just a word in the ear of Gavin Hoy from Cameron Grusho. I think perhaps Hoy had made his displeasure known to the assistant referee. Cameron Grusho issues a yellow card to the North Wellington captain and will carry on. Emotions running high, as tends to be the case in tight football matches. The crowd have hung around for what they hope will be an exciting climax to this one. Can Wolfies take all 3 points back to Karori with them, or will North Wellington buck the trend and win a home game against Karori for the first time in a long time? Hopper battling away in midfield again and wins another one. Breaks though to Fortley for Karori. Stepping in and bringing it out well is Ashland Stroud for North Wellington. Big strides by Stroud. He's back with Wolfies now though, and man goes down for Wolfies, and he's in a fair amount of discomfort as well. Once again, Gavin Hoy wants to have a chat to the referee. It is a free kick the way of Waterside Karori, so things getting just a little bit testy out there at the moment. Handshake there though between the two participants, so all's well that ends well. Drilled in by Forrest and chested back very calmly by Ashland Stroud to his goalkeeper Collins. Final 15 minutes approaching here at Alex Moore Park. Ball played forward by Ryan Lee. Nice little movement this. Gavin Hoy, can he get on the end of it? Is he taken down in the penalty area? The crowd go up. Where was the foul? Was it on the edge of the area or was it inside? Fortley's got a yellow card, and the referee has decided that that foul was right on the edge of the penalty area. Well, as Gavin Hoy made his way towards the penalty area, Fortley came across and stopped his progress right on the edge. You can see the crowd went up asking for the penalty. What they have got is a free kick in a pretty handy position. This is an identical position from where Gavin Hoy scored in the first half. Slightly different wind direction, of course. He's got the wind behind him this time, so you wonder whether he might try and lash it top right as we look. Four-man wall being set up. Gabe Cooper is making sure that it's in the right place. Again, the ball does not want to sit still for Gavin Hoy. But we'll get a terrific view of this one, because I get the feeling the only thing on Gavin Hoy's mind is another shot at goal. It's into the wall. Wall does its job. Still there for North Wellington through Hopper. Helped back into the penalty area. Cleared by Whitehead. That'll be another one down the road. So here's the incident again. Here is Hoy, and you can see that, yes, the referee got that one spot on. Harry Fortley brought him down on the edge of the penalty area. Tackle's flying in now. Hopper goes in, and that was, well, he thinks he got the ball. He's got a yellow card instead. That was agricultural stuff. So Fortley, who a short time ago earned a yellow card of his own, was on the receiving end that time of a fairly stern challenge from Joe Hopper. So the challenges are starting to fly in now. Fortley has stayed down. Now this wouldn't be great news for Waterside Karori, because he's such an influential part of their team. So the medical staff can get him right. Hopper goes into the book in the meantime. Looking ahead to next week for these two sides and where they will play next week. North Wellington are away at Napier City Rovers. Waterside Karori will welcome Havelock North Wanderers to Karori Park. Of course, Havelock North Wanderers not playing this weekend because of the aforementioned flooding in their area, so it'll be their first game of the new season when they visit Karori Park a week from now. Players getting some water on board and steeling themselves for the final charge in this game, final dozen minutes or so. Thankfully, Harry Fortley looks like he's going to be able to continue. Getting plenty of assistance from the Wharfies medic. He's going to walk to the sideline, is he, and come back on, or is he just going to carry on? Looks like he's just going to carry on. You're supposed to go off, aren't you? But sometimes these rules can be loosened a little bit, and away we go. Where is the moment of inspiration going to come from one of these two sides? Who is going to be the one to provide it? Kirkland gets that one away. No, he doesn't. Hoy picks it up. They rise in front of us as Gavin Hoy goes into the area. Can't find a teammate to pull it back to. And Waterside Karori scramble it away. Now there's complaints again as a free kick goes the way of North Wellington. You can see Gavin Hoy there. He wants the crowd to get involved. I think he also wants the football from Jared Stant. Another free kick in a dangerous position for the home side. Referee just trying to keep things under control here. It is simmering away as both teams are desperate to take all 3 points away from this one. This one's a bit far out for Gavin Hoy to shoot, so no doubt he'll be looking for a teammate, and no teammate was tall enough to get on the end of that one from Gavin Hoy, and it all petered out, unfortunately, for the skipper of the home side. Fortley's back in the action. He and Luke Mini combined down the right. Throw earned. 80 minutes gone here at Alex Moore. Here's Stant. Little pass into the penalty arc, and it all broke down for Waterside Karori. Kirkland will give it back to his keeper, Cooper. He's under pressure, but clears his lines. Fortley, first time pass. And it's a foul, is it, by Clint Morris? They'll carry on. Fortley, Luke Mini. Fortley again. Struggling to keep up across the 6-yard box was the aim, but cleared away. Ryan Lee having trouble keeping up with Harry Fortley. Luke Mini's all the way over here taking the throw now. Stant. There it is for the goal scorer, Stanish. Cretion. Still there for Forest this time. Well, they're lining up for a pop at goal. But so far, Ben Collins hasn't had to make a save. In some ways, you'd think a draw is a reasonably fair result. These two teams have been very evenly matched right throughout the 81.5 minutes. There hasn't been too much to separate them in terms of possession and territory, chances on goal. Certainly there's been 100% endeavour from both. Both coaches, Sam Smith and Davor Tavic, will be delighted, I'm sure, with the commitment of their respective sides. Here's Davor Tavic. He's almost all the way down by the corner flag there, having a chat to the crowd. He's an animated character, been around the trap, spent quite a bit of time in Nelson. And now he's going to have to watch as his team defend another free kick situation. Win behind Harry Fortley. Plenty of red shirts assembled in the penalty area with 8 minutes plus stoppages to go. Fortley delivers. Cleared away by North Wellington, but they'll come back and recycle. Cretion. His shot was blocked. Came flying in there, Simon Cretion, and his eyes lit up as he thought the ball might sit up for him. Bring it away through Stanish. Still there for Karori, and another free kick coming Oliver Stanish is getting forward, another sub coming as the referee just calls proceedings to a halt momentarily. Into the action for North Wellington, Daniel Allen, familiar face around National League teams for a few seasons now. Time at Tasman, time at Wairarapa United. Daniel Allen is into the action. He's going to have to defend a free kick situation straight away. Players getting used to the rolling ball now. Planted into the area. And unfortunately, the delivery was poor on that occasion. Wynn taking it behind for a goal kick. Any goal now you'd think would be pretty close to being the winner, with time starting to run out for these two sides. Another free kick coming the way of Waterside Karori. So they're just putting a little period of pressure here together, the visitors. They're looking to get that underway quickly, but called back as Kirkland was looking to line something up. Instead, they'll set up a more traditional free kick here. Fortley inevitably has gone across. I wonder if he ever lets anybody else ever take a free kick. Here's the skipper, I suppose. How's the delivery? It's not bad, up in the air and coming down on the goal line. And Ben Collins is secure. A few heart flutters for the North Wellington fans as that one came down on his goal line, but Ben Collins was the equal of it. Hoy chasing after this one. Still full of running, and that one hasn't quite made it through to Cooper. He gets it away. That was another nervous moment at the other end. End to end in the final 10 minutes of this one. Luke Minnie. Ryan Lee trying to keep up and does well, the youngster. And wins a goal kick as well. Luke Minnie thought that perhaps that was off Ryan Lee last. No, says the assistant referee. We'll have a goal kick. Into the final 5 minutes. The lights of the dressing shed shining in the background there. Players not able to get in there just yet. Still work to do on the turf here at Alex Moore. Is there a winner somewhere in our future? It'll have to come quickly. With just 4 minutes now, plus change. There have been a few stoppages. We saw Fortley go down for a while, so you'd have to think at least 3, maybe more minutes to be added at the end of this one. So still plenty of time for a winner here. Stroud bashes it long. Not able to be kept in on the far side there. Bit of head tennis in midfield. Help down towards the Karori goal. Forrest is going to shepherd that one out. And it will be a throw the way of Waterside Karori. Again, Gavin Hoy disputes the decision. In fact, I thought it was going to be a goal kick there, but no, it is a throw on the far side. I'm taking a bit long to try and get this one sorted out. Stanish has come back to assume responsibility. Well, it's been a good game, a really entertaining game of football to start the Central League season. If this is what we're going to experience across the next 18 weeks here in the Central region, then very much looking forward to seeing what transpires. More to come though. Here's Ryan Lee, the youngster, just 15, remember. He gets a shot away and it bounces a couple of times into the hands of Gabe Cooper. The big guns, or the so-called big guns of the Central region, will get the chance to flex their muscles tomorrow. Wellington Olympic, Miramar Rangers on Sunday. Looking forward to seeing how Napier City Rovers go this season. Wellington United, who have had to hurriedly get themselves ready after whited up as late withdrawal. How will the Wellington Phoenix reserves go? Western Suburbs can never be counted out. They're all playing for 3 places in the championship round at the end of the season. And by the look of these two sides, even though they probably wouldn't have been the bookies' favourites for those 3 spots pre-season, you can tell just by the way they've played tonight that they will certainly not be giving any of their opponents an easy run. "90 seconds plus stoppages to go at Alex Moore. The wind continues to howl in from the south. Still Karori are happy to patiently pass it around and go back to Cooper. Almost a bit of trouble there for Wolfies as they bring it out from the back, and it does find its way through to North Wellington. Now a chance for Delaney on the far side. He's looking for options in the middle. Can Hoy find some space? Now the shot comes in. What a save! What a save that is from Gabe Cooper. That is an absolutely superb save from the Waterside Karori goalkeeper. I think it was Morris who let fly. Touch back to him by Hoy. It was Morris. That is a terrific save by Gabe Cooper to keep it at 2-2. Absolutely stupendous goalkeeping. Still some work to do though for Karori, although Stanish is going to nick in and get this one away. Well, Clint Morris, he's been involved since he came on, picked up an early yellow card. He's been busy, and as he drilled that one goalwards, he must have thought that he had the winning goal. But Gabe Cooper said, "Not on my watch. You shall not pass tonight." 90 minutes are up here at Alex Moore. Into added time as Delaney brings it towards the byline. Can't get a cross in, and it'll be a corner. Thrilling action at the end of this game. Gavin Hoy's gone across to take the corner into the wind, of course. So he's really going to have to give this plenty if he's going to get it into the mixer. Quick check of the watch from the assistant referee on the far side. Hoy's trying, as he has been for most of the night, to get the ball to stay still. Plenty of blue shirts to aim at for Gavin Hoy. Good elevation on that one. Headed back across goal, bouncing around and into the grateful arms of Cooper again. A more straightforward save that time, but they all have to be made. And we stay at 2-2. I'll tell you what, you'd want another 10 or 15 minutes of this. It's a cracking encounter to start the season. Referee's in the way. We've had just about everything tonight. Why not a ball into the midriff of the referee? Clint Morris is wondering why he stopped it. You kind of have to if the ball hits the ref. Gavin Hoy still chatting away. He's got to know the referee pretty well tonight. We've had an extra 1.5 minutes so far. Kirkland. Now Cordwell, he wins a throw. Is there one final opportunity down at the eastern end for Waterside Karori? Fortley hurls it long. Whistle's gone. Taken from the wrong place, perhaps. They'll go again, Waterside Karori. Helped away by Delaney. Hoy trying to get on the end of it. Can't because Whitehead's there. Final chance perhaps for Karori, but it all breaks down. Is there one more for North Wellington? We've had 2 extra minutes. That one's going to find its way over to the touchline on the far side. Any goal now is the winning goal. Are we going to have one? Bashed long, and Hoy is up there. He is still running deep into this game. He and Morris look to combine. Morris has the ball taken off him. Wolfies have it again, but they won't make any progress with Thomas Scott in the way. Time ticking away. Perhaps one more chance, is there? North Wellington are going to have a free kick here, so the chance to bash it forward. They're not exactly throwing the kitchen sink at it. There are a few jogging forward to get involved. Helped into the penalty area, and it's going to go behind for another corner. Ollie Whitehead could only steer it behind, so is this the chance, the final chance for North Wellington? Plenty of men forward now for the home side. Remembering North Wellington were 2-0 up. Wolfie's brought it back to 2-2. Is there a final sting in the tail of this game? Hoy takes. Up in the air it goes. And referee Cameron Gruchot brings proceedings to a close. What a battle we've had tonight. What a wholehearted, fully committed start to the Central League season for these two sides. North Wellington out to a 2-0 lead through Hoy and Delaney. Luke Minnie and Stanish bringing it back to 2-2, and a helter-skelter final 35 minutes. Let's have a look at the goals. There's Gavin Hoy's opener, an absolute eye-catcher to start us off in the 29th minute to put his side 1-0 ahead from a dead ball situation. Gavin Hoy, who's been front and centre tonight. Then Ihaya Delaney spun on that one and drilled it into the bottom corner for 2-0, and North Wellington, it seemed, were on their way to 3 points to open their season. Fortley delivered though for Luke Minnie to head home Waterside's first goal of the season and bring things back to 2-1. And then what about this from Stanish? He has lashed that in, Oliver Stanish. It's an absolutely cracking goal from the substitute. We've had some real eye catchers here tonight, and that took it back to 2-2. So honours even here at Alex Moore Park. There were goalmouth scrambles and half chances and near misses and close things, but both goalkeepers with plenty to do, and they did it well. And this save here, an absolute piece of goalkeeping magic there from Gabe Cooper to keep out the shot from Clint Morris late on, and really save a point for his team, you'd have to say. The spectators drift away. They'll go and get warm in their cars and back at home, but they've enjoyed themselves tonight. Why wouldn't you? It's been a really, really, really hard fought and interesting and compelling game to start the season. Thanks for tuning in around the country and across the world. We've enjoyed bringing the game to you. Our final score here at Alex Moore Park tonight to open the Central League season. North Wellington 2, Waterside Karori 2.